Hi guys, I'm Debbie the Wine Lady, and I have a confession to make today. I'm not the perfect Food Network hostess and cook. By that I mean I do not come home every night after a long day at work and prepare a lovely meal from scratch for my family and friends. It just doesn't happen sometimes. What do? Sometimes I do takeout. But that doesn't mean I'm going to drink any lousy wine or a beer or a glass of water or something like that. I still have good wine with my meals, and I'm going to show you how to have great wines with your takeout food. Okay, let's start with some of the common ones. Chinese takeout is one of the basic sorts of takeout foods, but what's the trick to Chinese food? Have you ever noticed that every one of those sauces has some kind of sweetness to it? Whether it's sweet and sour or spicy, it's always got some sugar. And actually, that was told to me by the wine steward of a national Chinese chain. So what do? You see this bottle here? The winery is called Pacific Rim for a very good reason. Those wines are designed to be good with Asian food. What grapes do they have in them? They've got a Gewürztraminer, they've got a Riesling, they've all got a little bit of sweetness. That's the trick with Chinese food. Don't try to do some kind of a dry or oaky wine. It'll be gross. Like right here, I've got a Sauvignon Blanc. Oh, wow. That's like grapefruit, and it would be lousy with Chinese food. So stick with some sweetness. If you want to do a red Zinfandel actually could work too, because it's got that spicy element. And believe it or not, it works with spicy food. I did it with a spicy calamari, and it was great. Okay, next kind of takeout food. The old styrofoam container. Can you see that? What's in this styrofoam container is my favorite kind of chicken. It's called garlic chicken. They do that around here. It's not like the stuff in a bucket, you know, the white beard and all that stuff. No, this chicken is marinated in garlic. I can actually, oh God, there's so much garlic in this, it's wonderful. What kind of wine do I do with it? I gotta admit, this is the one time when I love a real oaky, rich California Chardonnay. All that stuff about the oak being out of balance, that's okay in this case, because that strong garlic and that strong richness needs something strong to go with it. That oaky Chardonnay just kind of makes that garlic sing. But now I said to Chuck, okay, honey, what wine would you do with your garlic chicken? He said Sangiovese. Do you know what that is? Sangiovese is the name of a grape that comes from Italy originally. It's used to make Chianti. But in California, they grow Sangiovese as well. It's a really fruity, but slightly acidic wine. In fact, I'm going to show you. Did you hear that? That was the screw cap popping. And don't let me hear anything about screw cap wine being cheap, because it's not. Okay. I got open this Sangiovese, and I'm going to tell you what this is like and why it's good with this garlic chicken. It's got good fruit character, but it's also got that little bit of tang, and that tang in this case will cut through all that richness, all that garlic, and it's going to kind of make it, oh yeah, tons of berries, but a little bit of tang on the end. That would cut right through the garlic. Now, takeout Italian food. That's got to be number one in my book, I got to admit. You know, you can do takeout spaghetti and meatballs, but let's face it, pizza's kind of where it's at. With my pizza, I got to tell you my favorite pizza. I got one right here. This is Hawaiian pizza. It's got ham, and it's got pineapple and some bacon. It's got the tang, it's got the sweetness and the smokiness. It's my favorite slice of pizza. But guess what? There's red sauce underneath here. What wine am I going to put with that? Something that'll really set off the tomato sauce. And that, again, is a red wine with some acid to set off the acid in the tomatoes. You see this bottle here? This is a Spanish red. I got into it last night. I couldn't wait. Spanish reds tend to have that little bit of acidity along with the fruit that makes it work with something like pizza. I've also got, obviously, an Italian red. This one's a Barbera, but there's other ones like Barbera, Dolcetto, even a Valpolicella. They've all got that little bit of acid and not a whole lot of fruit, but it's great with red sauce. I've even got a Merlot here, but it's a different Merlot. It's from Australia, and it's got a ton of acid. It almost puckers your mouth when you drink it by itself, but you put it with that red sauce, and it's absolutely great. Speaking of which, okay, slice of pizza, pineapple, tangy pineapple. Man, that's good. Oh, yeah. That wine just pulls all those flavors together. It's fabulous. My absolute number one favorite choice. First choice. Okay. For you, Go get your takeout food. Use your imagination. You don't have to run to the wine store and pick up 22 different bottles of wine. Just have a few basic things around the house. Slightly sweet red, fruity, or slightly sweet white, fruity red, and your nice tangy Italian or Spanish to match with everything else. Otherwise, it's that simple, folks. Go get some styrofoam of your own and enjoy. Cheers.